Hello, and welcome everyone. This is the Shine Beyond Cancer Show. This show is designed for anyone who's been diagnosed, currently going through treatment, or is now cancer-free. We know you did not choose to be on this team. We didn't either, but we kicked cancer's ass, and we are here to provide you inspiration, hope, and the tools you desire to manage the confusion and anxiety. We deliver you a remarkably detailed game plan for you to achieve clarity, strength, and purpose, no matter where you are on this journey. We are here to quarterback you through all aspects of your life so that you too shine beyond cancer to live a vibrant, abundant life. However, we are not here to treat, diagnose, or cure any illness or disease. We are making no medical or income claims. Let's get started with the show. Here are your co-hosts. From Wall Street to 9/11 first responder volunteer to wellness warrior and cancer thriver, Mark Slew. And from mom to marketer to master trainer and cancer thriver, Lisa Diamond.
Hi everybody, and welcome to episode number 9 of Shine Beyond Cancer. I'm Mark Slew, and our episode today is about how cancer affects the whole family, from the children to every part of your family.
Hi everybody, I'm Lisa Diamond, and we have the pleasure of having my youngest, my beautiful baby, who's no longer a baby, is going to be talking to Mark about what her side of my journey was, and it was her journey as well, and where we're at today. So thanks for being here, Olivia.
Thanks for having me.
Hey Olivia, thanks for joining us. I know this could be a little bit difficult situation for you, but we really appreciate you being here. So we're going to talk to Olivia today about her journey as a child of somebody going through cancer, because we know that a lot of you that are going through it right now have children that maybe don't know really what's going on, and maybe Olivia could shine a little light and give a little insight to a couple of the people that are watching right now. So to get started, tell us a little bit about who your mom was before the diagnosis.
So my mom was very full of life before, I would say. She kind of had a million different projects. She was always running around doing this and that, very active. And once she got her diagnosis and we kind of started going through the whole process, everything just kind of came to a halt, and it was a big change in her life for sure. In all of our lives.
So
really.
how did she tell you? How did you find out? How did you feel when you found out? And what were your emotions?
So when we're at her house, we spend a lot of time on the lanai having our deep conversations about whatever it may be. And on this one particular day, it was, I have something to tell you guys. And
So you thought it was like a regular conversation, right?
Yeah, and so she kind of just came out with it, and
That's your mom.
Yeah, pretty much, just straight face right there. And it was a huge shock. My sister and I really had no idea.
And you were how old?
I was 15 at the time.
Veronica was?
She was 18
Okay.
at the time. So we were old enough to understand, but still young enough that it was incredibly scary, and we still kind of had no idea what it would mean for us or my mom or our family. So.
And what was your emotional state? I know you probably don't remember exactly, but did anything come back when we talk about it emotionally?
I actually remember that day like very vividly. I was terrified. I thought I was gonna lose my mom, which when you're a freshman in high school as a girl, going through high school without a mom would be just the worst thing ever.
Yeah, we have one that's 1 year behind, so
yeah,
I understand.
so it would be
Yeah.
terrifying to go through that whole life change without my mom, and so that was my initial.
So that moment kind of changed everybody's life at that point, right?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
what did you do as a family with you and your sister and your mom to like keep it together at that point?
I mean, it was kind of hard to keep it together. She told us, didn't really give us much notice before the whole process started. It was probably a couple days before she had her surgery. So that was a little crazy that we were just finding out, and then suddenly everything's kind of moving quick.
And she did that in your opinion, why? Because she was protecting you, or?
Yeah, I think she just didn't want there to be any uncertainty, like if she was gonna have this huge thing happen to her, she just wanted us to know and not have to wonder if it was happening or if it was not, if it was serious or whatnot.
Okay, nothing against your mom, but in retrospect, for people that are watching, is that, in your opinion, the right way to do it, to protect the kids as long as you can? Because I have my opinion about it as well.
I mean, it was a little hard that we were finding out and didn't really have much time to process before everything started happening, everything changed. But I think it was also good because we didn't have to worry about, or we didn't really have that uncertainty of not knowing whether something was happening or not.
I mean, I agree with that because like Danielle and your mom talked about the last episode, is like you go from doctor appointment to doctor appointment, and in between, or diagnosis to diagnosis, what do you talk about in between? It's just like,
Right.
you know, it's a worry, it's this, it's what's gonna happen. So I think it's better off, in my opinion, that you guys were sheltered a little bit, that you didn't know till the end, so you didn't have time to like freak out, really freak out.
Right. Yeah.
So what, I know everybody going through it right now that's in the throes of it is like, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. But what positives have you guys as a family going through it maybe, or now have come out with?
I think one of the biggest things for me that was a positive was that I think it really brought us closer because we have this huge like life change, and suddenly we're not sure what's going to come out of it, so we really cherish all the time that we have together, and I think it really strengthened our relationship as a mother-daughter bond, and we love spending time together now, and we do like pretty much everything
Right.
together.
Yeah. So do you guys talk about it, like what happened? Is it part of everyday conversation, or it's like it happened and it's in the past? And
I think it's definitely still prevalent in both of our lives, just because of what she does now to help other people with their journeys, and she now is wanting to help other people that are hurting and whatnot. So
yeah, that's great. I mean, it's a life of contribution that your mom and I, you know, want to give, and you know, that's definitely a positive for both of us. So what about your sister? I know she's not here and she's not on camera, but does she have, in your opinion, we're not going to speak for her, but
Right.
what is her take on it that you know of?
it was definitely really hard for her too, because she was about to be going into college, which is an even bigger life change, and not having someone to guide her through that would be incredibly difficult for her. And even when we moved her into college, our mom was still sick, and she brought her up days after she was admitted to the hospital for an infection, and seeing her like so weak was definitely hard for my sister, I'd say.
Because your sister went to school like 1,000 miles away, right?
Yeah, she was out of state, so she kind of had more uncertainty, not knowing what was going on day to day. Since I was here, I could kind of see my mom every day, know how she was, but my sister didn't really know, and she wasn't here to kind of be with us through that.
So you were basically the glue because your sister was away, and you got close, and you
Right.
guys saw
Yeah.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, in retrospect, are you happy you were there to be there for everything, or you wish you were 1,000 miles away and you didn't
No,
see it?
I definitely am happy that I was here, because if I was in my sister's shoes, I know that I would just be worrying about it all the time, like at school and class. Like I wouldn't be able to focus just knowing that this was going on.
So you know you've been watching a couple episodes, and you know that we always leave our audience with a couple of nuggets and a couple of takeaways. So go back to the 15-year-old girl, because people might be watching with, you know, children that are going at your age that are going through what they're going through. What advice would you give parents, or even children that right now in that range that are watching, to help them get along in this journey?
Yeah, I would say just be there for your loved one and just help them through it. I mean, it's hard for you, but it's incredibly hard for them, seeing your parent like that or your relative just in such a vulnerable state. You just have to be there for them and give them as much love as you can to get them through it.
No matter if you're a 15-year-old girl going through all of the stuff that a 15-year-old girl goes through,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of times not about you, it's about
Yeah,
them, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, like, yeah, I can't even imagine what you were going through as a kid. Our kids were, I mean, my older kids were older and my younger kids were babies, so,
Mhm.
you know, being a teenager, like you said, had to be really tough. I
Yeah.
really appreciate you being here.
I'm so glad I could come.
Thank you, and you know how we end every episode, right? Until
Yes.
next time,
Keep shining.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Shine Beyond Cancer Show, the #1 cancer survival guide show for people wanting to kick cancer's ass and take their life to the next level. Be sure to visit our Facebook group, Shine Beyond Cancer, or head over to shinebeyondcancer.com to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover our fantastic bonus content. Until next time, keep shining.